Welcome to Prairie Grove Tiger Stadium for tonight's contest between the Prairie Grove Tigers and the Huntsville Eagles. I'm Lynn Gregson, alongside of me, Zach Arns. Zach, it's hard to believe we're already into the fourth week of the season, even though Prairie Grove's only played a couple games due to early bye. We're already in the week 4, and we begin the conference play tonight. Let's talk first as the band makes their way to the field. Let's talk first about Huntsville.
Well, they're 2-1 in the preseason. They have wins over Green Forest and a win over Elkins. They were pretty well manhandled by Farmington in week 2, 39-6. So we've got some common opponents. We've also got some familiarity. We've scrimmaged Huntsville the last 3 years, so the teams know each other pretty well. Huntsville's optimistic. They come down from 5A last year, where they struggled a little bit. I think 4A is probably a better fit, and for the Prairie Grove Tigers, they've won 14 conference games in a row. They haven't lost a conference game since November of 2011. And tonight they go for number 15 in a row. I expect a ground game tonight. That's just the way this is going.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break as we went through there. The quick update on Huntsville. We'll be back after this.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers! I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, we're going to talk next as we go game day conditions today and looking around the league. Zach, what is our weather report for tonight?
Beautiful. It's going to be clear and in the upper 70s. Right now it's sun's going down. It's clear skies, about 80 degrees. It's a beautiful night for football here. Not too humid either. It's normally you can tell the humidity here at Tiger Stadium by the press box. It's kind of comfortable.
As we open up tonight's conference play around the conference, let's start first with Shiloh. I think Shiloh has Berryville coming to their house tonight. I think that's probably a victory for Shiloh.
Well, I mean, if we're, the band will have their A game. We know that. So, it is what it is. Yeah. Shiloh should win that game pretty easily and move to 1-0 in the conference.
And then another game in tonight's contest is Gravette. And are they visiting Lincoln or Lincoln going to Gravette?
I believe that game is at Lincoln.
Okay, so tonight, just down about 4 or 5 miles down the street, Lincoln will be hosting Gravette. I'm going to give, in my pick there, I think I'm going to give Gravette a little bit of the edge there.
I would think so. That should be a this is kind of the it's the haves and the have-nots week. The teams that are favored are playing the teams that maybe are going to finish near the bottom of the conference. Lincoln not predicted to finish very high, but you never know. Could spring an upset. But I would expect Gravette to roll through that game.
Okay, and then Pea Ridge, and they will be playing Gentry, and in that game, Pea Ridge.
That game's over already.
Well, Pea Ridge has been talked about possibly as being a potential contender for the conference
title. They've looked very
year.
good here through the first 3 games, and as I said, that game's over. Let's just move on. Pea Ridge is going to win that one.
Well, that's a look around the league tonight, and then brought to you, that is our game day conditions and our look around the league brought to us by Prairie Grove Christian Church. Let's take another quick break. We'll be back to talk about the Prairie Grove Tigers tonight and what we can see from them. Back after this.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church. If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find two of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it at customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale.
We're back, and let's talk about the keys to the game, brought to you by Everett Chevrolet. And matter of fact, at the end of the game, Everett Chevrolet will sponsor our player of the game. Well, let's talk about the keys to the game. Zach, I'll turn to you. What are the first keys you think for Huntsville?
For Huntsville, they've got to control the football. This is not a game where they can get into one of these shootouts. You know, they don't want the score getting over 30. Prairie Grove is 27-0 in the last 3 years when they score 30 points. You don't want that score getting up into the mid-30s. They've got to play better on the offensive line than they did against Farmington. Prairie Grove's going to blitz. You know that. They're bringing 5 to 8 on every play. You got to pick them up. The interesting part about Huntsville is they run everything but the wishbone. They'll run the spread, they'll run the pistol, they'll line up in the T-backs, the power eye, whatever you want to do, but the object is to run the football. The guy who runs it is Christian Kane. He's got 264 yards and 4 scores in his last 2 games. Good running back, doesn't go down easy. Prairie Grove's going to have to get multiple guys to the football. For Prairie Grove, as I walked into the stadium tonight, found out Bobby Catt's not going to play. He is in street clothes, and that's going to be, Blake Falk, Sam Dodd are going to flip over to the halfback spot. They'll rotate at the wingback spot. Probably Blake's going to get the start there. For Prairie Grove, do what you do. Run the football. One of the parents of a Huntsville defensive back is a good friend of my wife, and I got a text on the way, and he goes, "Who is 17?" That's Dylan Sainer. You got to get Dylan involved in the passing game. Ryan's off to a great start throwing the football. Ryan Morrell, 4 touchdowns in 2 games. I think Prairie Grove's going to be balanced, but I think when it comes, you run to win, and I think that's what Prairie Grove has to do tonight. Limit the turnovers, play a clean game. They should walk out of here.
Well, I tell you, as you talk about Huntsville, I saw some of their offensive, just from the junior high game. I was over there last night for a volleyball game, dropped in on the football game. You're right. They do run from multiple offenses. And another thing about Huntsville is from the game last night, it went overtime. It was the first time I've seen the junior high game go overtime. They went overtime, 14-12. Prairie Grove was able to prevail. But for the Tigers, I agree with you. I tell you, it wouldn't surprise me if the running back will be running back by committee, like you said. I think it's going to be Falk. We'll probably see a little bit of Sam Dodd. We may see Solomon
Walker will get some touches tonight.
I think you'll see a lot of these guys go in there. And you may actually see Eli go there, and they may bring in the sophomore Reed Orr as well. So
the Brahma Bull.
You may see a few different ones tonight in the running back position. But I think the key probably for Huntsville, another key to the game, you talked about that Prairie Grove's going to probably stack a few, going to be blitzing. Can they get some passes off? Because if they can get some passes off and force Prairie Grove to respect that a little bit, I think if you see that, then they may have some success.
It comes down to the offensive line for Huntsville. If they're effective on the offensive line and can pick up the blitz, they're going to be okay. They're going to score some points. I don't think they want to get into a shootout. That would be just disastrous because I don't think they can go up and down the field. They got off to a slow start last week against Elkins, got down 14-0, and then came back. They can't afford that tonight. Now, the one weapon that they do have, and they probably have a stronger or an area of advantage, is their special teams are very good. They've got a young man, a kicker, who we'll talk about in just a little bit. He can kick 47-yard field goals. He did that last week. He can punt. Their special teams are pretty good. I think if Prairie Grove, again, plays a clean game, no turnovers, no costly penalties, they're just better top to bottom, and they should come out of here with a win. If Huntsville's going to win the game, Prairie Grove's going to have to help them. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to. Turnovers in the red zone, that sort of thing, and that could be Prairie Grove's undoing. But, again, play a clean game. They should get out of here.
Well, another thing for tonight's game, I think, is I'd like to see Prairie Grove continue. Talk about Ryan Morrell off to a good start this year, has one of the best passing games that we've been able to record in the Abster era. As you were talking there, Coach Greg Sohn from the Huntsville staff came in. He used to be here at Prairie Grove and coached many years. He'll definitely know what Prairie Grove's going to do. He's very familiar with but so are most of the other coaches in the league, because we do what we do.
The wing tee's been run for 80 years. The secret's out. I mean, it's not like they're going to be doing anything surprising. Prairie Grove, they run the sweep, they run the trap, they run the dive, and that's pretty much it. And then there's some play action off of that. That's about all. And we'll see how they do.
Well, we want to make sure tonight, if you're watching, to go to pgtigersonline.com. Go to the event chat and let us know where you're watching from. Also, we have a Twitter account, which is at Tigers Broadcast. And our East Lab students will be monitoring our Twitter account during the game. And speaking of our East Lab students, tonight we have Ethan Sam and Miles Lowe on camera, as well as Christian Dowdy. And then here in helping us tonight with producing, we'll have our backup producer, co-producer, Stephen Vickery, and on the producing right now, Austin Horstein Cunningham. And then also Melissa Burton, our East Lab teacher, is here tonight also helping out. She will join us a little later for This Week in the Grove, which will be a presentation, as tonight is Pink Out Night in the spirit of, the fight against breast cancer, and we'll have some of that tonight. As the captains make their way for Prairie Grove, number 55, Jacob Southerly, number 54, Roberto Martinez, number 19 is Leighton Smith, and number 80, Zach Downey. For Huntsville, number 40 is Jacob Rodden, number 2 is Peyton Wiley, number 28 is the running back that you mentioned, Christian Kane. And the last one
79.
Is number 79. That is Shane McCoy. Those are the captains. We're watching the coin toss now. Well, we've had 2 celebrations in our first 3 games. The first night is essentially the green celebration in honor of Coach Green, and then tonight Pink Out. So our field's been all kind of colors this year, but we do have the obvious gold and black there in the PG on there, and we've seen who's winning the toss, trying to hang here with it. We'll go to commercial break after we see that. Here comes the coin toss, and it looks like
Huntsville's won the toss.
Huntsville has won the toss. Let's see here now where the referee is conversing. Prairie Grove is going to defend the east end zone, and Huntsville, they're going to receive. So they won the toss. They want the ball. They want to try to score. Prairie Grove will kick. Well, we're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be back for tonight's kickoff. We'll be back after this.
You just bought that first home, or maybe the first new car, and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Okay, here come the Prairie Grove Tigers onto the field, led by Dylan Sainer. He's out there. He's right on the G. Here come the rest of the Tigers. They're ready to play tonight as they open up conference play. You know, right now it doesn't look like a lot of people in the stands. Zach, I can tell you why.
Oh, I know why.
You and I have experienced it. I came from Rogers today from work. You just came from Springdale after work as well. And I don't care what route you took. Whether
it's
you took,
an hour
if you
to
took
get out here.
49, 112, or 59, you were going to have your a time getting here tonight. But I imagine some of the Huntsville fans are still fighting their way through.
Yeah, and they've got to go through the worst of it. You got to go through Springdale, down 49. Yeah, I mean they could be stuck at they could be stuck at the.
Well, they can have a little Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue on the way
yeah,
as they come.
They're going slow enough.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm getting excited. Is that conference play? We've been waiting for conference play to start. It's starting tonight. Prairie Grove getting ready to kick off, and Huntsville, they're ready to play. I mean, hey, we're gonna won the toss, going to receive. Back deep looks like Kane is going to be back deep. Christian
Well,
Kane.
he's their all everything. He's their best player by far. And this is a team that struggled with Green Forest, had a little bit of trouble with Elkins last week.
But won both.
Won both games. Really did not play well against Farmington. So.
And speaking of Farmington, I mean, they're our rival. They're down the street. They're off to a good start.
They're 3-0, and they beat a 7A team last week. But they're going to get tested this week when they play Little Rock Christian.
I will say, as you did, the 7A team is the Vanderbilt of the
True.
7A.
They are.
And but give Farmington credit. They're off to a 3-0 start. And I forget, they're playing at home tonight.
Little Rock Christian.
Little Rock Christian. So we'll find out tonight if they're if they've stepped up. They start their conference play. Blake Falk getting ready to kick for the Prairie Grove Tigers. As a reminder, tonight, each time and throughout the season, each time Prairie Grove scores, it's a sponsored touchdown by PG Telco. They $30 a touchdown, Zach. And last year they paid their fair share.
Last year was a high-scoring bunch, and
last week with 42 points. And they also did the Farmington. So that game they're selling it out.
And we're without a 25-second clock. Looks like it. Yep,
there it goes.
There it goes.
Looks like the 25-second clock.
Just got to plug it in.
That usually works.
Electricity is good.
Getting ready. We've had a few clock issues this year, and now getting ready to kick Blake Falk. And it's conference play about to start here in just a couple of minutes. You'll notice.
Been waiting for this. Been waiting for this.
A lot of pink out tonight. Pink out in the spirit of the fight against breast cancer. Here's Blake Falk to kick. Back deep is Kane. Here is Falk. He gets a nice kick. Going to be fielded right up. Oh, it bounces right about the 18-yard line. Hit first by number 44. That is Cody Hoskins. On the return was number 34, Sam Roddy. He's brought down. He's going to be just inside their 30-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start first inning. I'm just glad tonight we have a different mascot than us.
It does get confusing. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they come out. It's multiple formations. And rotating quarterbacks. You'll see all sorts of different things from Huntsville tonight.
Hacker, Huckabee, and Stone on the front line, and Falk comes up there on the end there. Here is, and he's brought down. That's Eli Lopez first. Also coming in to help out is Dakota Hutchins. And that is Jacob Rodden. So a couple of Roddens on here.
Jacob and Patsy Elder.
It's Merlin and
Patsy. Merlin, excuse me. Sorry, you said Jacob. My bad.
That's all right. Full house backfield. And a power eye. They're hit at the line of scrimmage. And that was McClellan and Hutchinson both in on the tackle. Oh, you're right, Zach. It's a power eye.
Yeah,
here.
it's old school power football. Now they will spread it out, and they've got some receivers who can get. They're not terribly big. They're not terribly fast, but they are pretty sure-handed. You'll see a lot of option out of them. But they're here you go. This is a sort of a wing T look.
Yeah, Colby Smith, and that's going to be Kane hit, brought down at 35. First hit by Lopez, also helped out by Orr. I think that was Orr. And so that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth and about 5, so Huntsville's going to have to punt after their first series.
And keep in mind for the Tigers, no Bobby Cat in the secondary. Leighton Smith getting his first start.
Elliott Chamberlain back deep for the Tigers. He's got speed. Chamberlain, someone told me he's clocked at a 4.5. I've heard a couple other rumors. We'll see.
Electronic wind-aided 4.5.
We'll find out here in a moment if he gets opportunity. Back deep with him is Downey, and let's see here. I would just let that drop, guys.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Yeah, I mean, that was not good from the beginning as far as the way the kick was. Going to be down at the 27-yard line. That was a really high, short kick where if you come up in there and you got players right by you, so if you're thinking about that all, you set yourself up for potential turnover sometimes. And even though we probably lost about 15 yards on the roll, that was probably worth not fielding.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad kick. It's 39 yards. It's high. You let your coverage get underneath it. And now let's see who they've got in the backfield here.
Well, you know, one thing I love about our East Lab students is they usually, when they bring a little food up, will share it with us. But
this not tonight.
Not tonight. One of the rookies here has brought up a nice burger that he's left for himself.
Oh, there you go.
Morrell. Oh, he needs to find it. There's Chamberlain. He never saw it.
Never looked for it.
Never saw it.
Interesting.
Chamberlain covered by Peyton Wiley.
And, you know, last week against West Fork, Elliott did not catch a pass after leading the team in receptions against Farmington. So they target him right off the bat and go deep. And
not actually the little miscommunication, I think, there, but not a bad pass by
no, not
Brian.
at all.
I just think that the route.
Elliott beat him.
Yep. Let's see. They are starting Falk there, and they got Sam Dodd in the wingback position. Here is Morrell.
No.
Oh, and the Tigers jump. That's Matthew Gallen that jumps on that play. And Matthew is going to be penalized there, or has the Tigers penalized for 5 yards.
To use a tennis term, unforced errors. Those are the kinds of things you just can't have. Especially when you're down, when your best player's not playing tonight. Those are the kinds of things you don't want to get behind the chains. You know, you're now in 2nd and 15, and this is not necessarily what Prairie Grove does well.
2nd down and 15. Ball at their own 22. Here is Morrell under center. In motion comes Dodd. And there is Eli Lopez. He's hit, and he picks up a couple. Host of Eagles bringing him down. First hit by number 99 for the Eagles. That is Dalton Elsey. Sorry about that. 9:30 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers first possession, and they're in the 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. And you're right, this isn't what Prairie Grove does best. Boy, we've already run. Downey better put a little bump into this, down to 15 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, they're taking their time.
We don't want to be in a 3rd and 19. Here is Morrell under center. Got about 7 seconds to snap. 2 split to the left. He's going to roll to his left. Under a little pressure across the middle.
Dangerous.
Incomplete. Dangerous pass intended for Dodd. I think he's just trying to get rid of it, but Dodd was the closest receiver in the vicinity. There were a couple of defenders that may have been even closer to that ball. Incomplete pass with 9 minutes. Prairie Grove's going to have to punt at their own 23.
Yeah, not a great start. 2 passes incomplete and a run that didn't get much. So,
yeah. Well, nice defensive play there by Huntsville, and punting now for the Tigers is Cody Hoskins. We haven't had a lot of punts this year, Zach.
This would be number 2.
Number 2 on the year. Hoskins, nice punt, high punt. Going to be fielded and hit. Eli Lopez, I'll tell you, that was a very nice form tackle there. Wrapped up Skylar Fowler on the return. He's going to have it. So Huntsville's had pretty good field position.
Yeah, on the exchange of punts, they gain about 10 yards.
Yeah, so they'll have it at their own 46.
You know, I think, as I said, Huntsville can't help them. Or, excuse me, Prairie Grove cannot help Huntsville along. Can't keep them in the game. Can't go 3 and out. Can't turn the ball over. Penalties at bad times. That's just not – that's the way Huntsville plays.
Huntsville's not – they're not small across the line. Here is a read there. Going to go – he's going to pick up a
rugby scrum.
Rodden on the carry that time, and several Tigers in there, including – Falk, Hoskins, Martinez, several Tigers in there. He picks up, he may have gotten 3 yards there, 2nd down and 7.
Huntsville's game is to shorten it, get it to the second half, and if they get into the second half here, this could start to take a toll if they can control the ball.
I'll make a comment after this play. Here comes, he's going to go for a pass here. He's got a little bit of time. Throws and complete. Nice first down catch there. Number 23, that is Levi Elsey. I believe that was 23.
Nope, we got a penalty.
There's a flag on the play, and it looks like Huntsville, after a nice play, is going to be called for holding. And it looks like at the spot of the foul was the 50, so that's going to put them back to the 40, and that's where they will have second down now. After a great play, it'll now be second down and 16.
Yep, another unforced error, kind of things you can't have.
Second down and 16 for the Eagles. And you know, Zach, I was going to say, you remember last year when we played Pea Ridge and had a miracle victory. That Pea Ridge game, that was one game where Prairie Grove should have won, and they let them stay. You know, they never really took control. This could be another. There's trips to the right. Nice pass. It's complete and brought down by Leighton Smith. Complete goes to number 88, Skylar Fowler. He gets back up close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down and 10. So,
yeah, it's just a quick smash route. They ran that real nice. That's where you zig in and then you come back out. Good throw. And
so far, Prairie Grove or Huntsville with 5 plays for 12 yards. But Prairie Grove's not moved the ball much either. Third down, 10 to go. Will Weaver under center. He rolls to his right. He's going to be in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. Back there is Martinez and Hutchinson. They get him back inside the 40, and so that sack's going to take their yardage back down, and it's going to be fourth down, and let's call it 4th and 15. Eagles 5 plays, 1 yard, or 7 yards. Six plays, 7 yards. Prairie Grove has 3 plays for 6. Punt this time going to be fielded by Chamberlain. Chamberlain, he's going to be wrapped up. Nice job. Downfield tackle there, number 44, Tanner Goodwin. That's really a good open field tackle there by Tanner.
Yep, and I told you that their special teams are really, really good, and they again on exchange of punts.
Prairie Grove gains about 10 yards there.
Yeah, they're a little bit better off this time around.
Well, let's hope Prairie Grove gets off. You know, I know we went for the big home run on the first play. Maybe we can establish a little bit of a drive here. Morrell comes under center. Dodd in the slot. Disney as wide out. There
you
is
go.
Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez goes to the 44-yard line, and that is 13 yards and a first down for Prairie Grove. Well, they're going to spot it just inside the 44. Eli Lopez.
You know, and in the absence of Bobby, Eli's got to pick it up a little bit. You know, Bobby 103 yards last week on 5 carries. Now you don't have that home run threat, so.
And that was really a quarter of play.
Yeah,
almost.
it really was.
Again, same formation this time. Quick pass.
Oh, Dylan.
You know, that may be the first incomplete pass to Sainer this year. And that was thrown a little bit behind him.
Yeah, Brian off to a slow start, 0 for 3. You know, one thing he's done really well is high completion percentage, taking care of the football, minus the 1 interception. He's done a really nice job hanging on to the football.
We just lost a half yard.
What are you going to do?
Second down and 10 for Prairie Grove. Here is Blake Falk around the left side.
Yep, there
Falk
he goes.
Breaks a couple tackles. Falk going to get right up close to midfield.
You know, Blake's different than Bobby. He doesn't have that explosion that Bobby does, but he's kind of a shifty runner, picks his spots, and he's big. He's powerful. He'll put his shoulder down, run over you.
It's going to be third down, about 4.5 to go. So Prairie Grove, has 1 first down in the game. And
It just feels like sluggish to start.
There is the read, and he's going to be just short. They're going to, well, if this guy's the spot, he's going to be about, well, close about 1.5 yards short. Let's see. Well, let's see where they're going to spot it. If it's a half yard, I see Prairie Grove.
Oh,
wow, it is close enough for.
Yeah,
wow, we got a pretty nice spot on that, to be honest.
Hey, we'll take it.
4th down a yard. Prairie Grove looks like they're going to go for it. And why not? This is where Huntsville started their last drive. So here is the Tigers. Quick, there's Eli Lopez. Oh, it's a keeper by Ryan Morrell. Pitches,
nice play.
To Blake Falk. Blake Falk inside the 30. Hey!
Hey, little Jamel Holloway.
Wow.
Hey,
a tad bit dangerous, but it worked.
Hey, you keep the pitch perspective. That guy is always open.
You know, you like to keep that pitch around 4 yards, 4.5. It may have been a tad bit longer than that, but
I like the two hands, not the one hand. I like the two hands. That's safe.
He faked me out. I thought Eli already had the first down. Morrell goes around the right side, and now 2nd down 10. Here is Blake Falk around the left side. Falk lowers down, gets around about the 25-yard line. Pick up about 4. Bring up 2nd down.
Hey, you can win a lot of football games picking up 4 yards on every play.
Prairie Grove, nice drive. This drive started at their own 31. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. To remind you, at the end of the game, we'll have our Everett Chevrolet Player of the Game. Here is Morrell.
Uh-oh.
A fumble.
Oh, man.
There it is. You said it earlier, Zach. You called it. Prairie Grove couldn't help them out, and they do that time. Recovery by number 32. That is Jeffrey Carrion.
Just can't have it. It's, again, sluggish start, and
Prairie Grove was on a good drive.
Really good drive.
But the fumble gives Huntsville life. Just under 5 minutes to go here in
I think they were trying either a double reverse or to fake to the wing back, and Blake just never had his hands on the ball.
There's a shift, and now
that's an unbalanced line.
Hit in the backfield, nothing going there.
So. Jack Stone having none of that.
Stone and both Stone and Hacker in there on that tackle. Loss.
I think Huntsville's going to have trouble running that power O. If Prairie Grove's constantly blitzing on that backside guard that's pulling, they're going to have a lot of trouble because Dakota is getting penetration. They're going to have to start running something counter-wise if they're going to try and do anything.
Man, that was blew up from the beginning for Huntsville.
Well, when they pull the guard around, Dakota's shooting that gap, and he's in before Christian Kane gets the ball.
I think they're going to have to do something in the pass game. Number 23 is confused, not sure what to do. They're going to call a timeout. Let's take a timeout with them. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. No score yet. 0-0, Prairie Grove, Huntsville.
Car-Mart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Car-Mart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
Okay. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. Prairie Grove just fumbled the ball to Huntsville after one play on this series. They lose 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 off the 32.
You can see the adjustment here. They're going to try and spread Prairie Grove out. They're going to have to.
And now looking long. He has.
Good throw.
Nope. Oh, nice job. Nice try that time by Levi Elsey. Covered that time. I believe that was Leighton Smith.
If ever there's a play with a message, that's it. Hey, we can throw it deep.
Yeah.
They were one-on-one with Leighton Smith. He got behind him. Throw was just a little bit too far. Leighton never identified the ball, so it's something they'll probably come back to at some point. But now you're 3rd and long. This is extremely long for them.
If he happened to have put that on the mark, he had the. If he'd hit him in stride, would have been tough.
He'd been off to the races.
Again from the shotgun. This time going to be handed off to Kane. Kane's not going to get much.
And they've done a nice job bottling him up. I mean, that's really their bread and butter.
Huckabee, Hacker, who looks like McClellan all kind of guys in there on the tackle. Fourth down, and it's called 4th and 11. Prairie Grove's going to have the ball for the third time here. Downey and Chamberlain back deep. They had nice coverage. Who's the punter there? Zach can't quite catch
32, I believe.
It's Jeffrey Carrion.
I never thought I'd say white and red numbers are tough to read.
He may have fumbled that.
He
too.
did. And he picked it up. That's a smart play and not a smart play, all in the same play.
Yeah. Wow, I'm not quite sure. He did touch it, though, I think.
I think he did touch it. And then he gave up on it and then came back and got it.
Well, the number 5 for Huntsville, that is Mackenzie Elsie. Man, there's Elsies and Roddens all over this roster.
It's because there are only 3 families in Huntsville.
And but Mackenzie Elsie, he had a chance to get.
Oh, sure he did.
Even after he missed it, he could have fallen back
Zach
down.
hustled back and made the play.
Here we go. This time it's going to go to Eli Lopez. Big hole. There goes Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez at the 50, 45, 40, 35. Can Eli Lopez go all the way? Eli Lopez.
By the way.
Look at Eli Lopez. What a move. Eli Lopez. Give him 6. Give him 6. Give him 6. Eli Lopez.
That's a fullback. By the way. That's a fullback.
88
we got a
yards.
flag down. We got a flag down.
Flag at the 6.
We got a flag down.
Why would anybody need?
What do we got? No flag. No
flag
flag.
is waved off, and Prairie Grove, Eli Lopez just went
78 yards.
78 yards.
Wow.
And now to kick, it looks like Lefty's not out there. That's going to be.
We're going to go with Blake.
Blake Falk.
That's a nice run. Nice run. Once he got into the secondary, it was,
What a
it was
nice
off to the
move.
races.
Around about the 12 or so when he cut back, snaps down. Ooh, I'm not sure he got that.
He
Yeah,
sure
he
did.
Extra point is good with 3:09 to go here in the first quarter. Prairie Grove 7-0. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers!
Okay, we're back after the great run by Eli Lopez.
Eli now 4 carries, 99 yards. 78 of that on one touchdown
78
run.
to help your average.
That'll do wonders for it.
I'm sure if if we get the ball again, Eli should go over the 100-yard mark tonight.
He may go over the 100-yard mark in the first quarter.
3:09 to go here in the first quarter. Blake Falk to kick. Back deep is Kane. On a pink out night, there is
Good kick.
Good kick. It's going to go to Kane. Filled about the 15. Kane hit right around the 32. He's going to carry the pile close to the 35. Several of the Tigers in there. Zeke Laird, part of that group. Michael Johnson helping out on the tackle. A lot of guys in there. 56, Dawson West. So a lot of guys.
Maybe one of the guys we didn't mention is back tonight. Bobby's out, Andrew Carrillo's still out, but Boyd Sparkman is back in the lineup tonight playing center, and he will play some on the defensive line. I don't expect him to play a lot, but that shores up your offensive line in a big way.
Absolutely, and how from the power I, it's going to be given to Kane. Hackers in there. There's Chamberlain. He gets a couple of 2 or 3 yards out of that. Not a bad run, considering they hit him pretty quick. He's going to, he got close to 4 yards by the time he gets these partners. Here comes
Dakota. Looks like he's got an equipment issue.
Hutchinson, only a junior. He'll be back next year.
He's got that Jacob Call look to him, doesn't he?
He does. Jack Stone, only a sophomore playing. He's here at the end position, and now
He's Dylan 2.0.
again, Power I going to go.
Oh, Jack Stone blew that one up. Yeah, I don't think so.
Wow.
I'm telling you, by the time he's done here, Jack is going to be a heck of a player.
McClellan, and that looks like Zeke Laird also in there on the tackles. Laird, a sophomore. Sophomore's going to come out this time.
About
Huckabee
a
coming
third and 6.
I'm gonna call it third and short 7. We'll make that
Short 7, long 6.
I like the short 7. It makes it sound longer for those guys. Again, Power I backfield. Gonna be fake. Looking over here.
Ugh.
Little wheel route. Can he catch
Nope.
it? Nope.
Long.
Boy,
And I'll tell you what, he got popped by Reed Orr.
Orr popped him, but it almost looked like Elsie kind of gave up on the. He probably saw he couldn't get to it there, but 4th down and 6, so the Tigers will get the ball again.
You'd think as the game goes on, if they keep running the ball the way they are, that it'll pay dividends in the 4th quarter. They've got to keep this thing close, start playing some defense here, and try and keep this thing close,
Well,
and hope in the 4th quarter that they can keep that beating on Prairie Grove will take effect.
Well, Downey's being replaced by
Ugh.
Isaac Disney.
Popped it up.
Another
Get away
short
from
Get
it.
away from it.
Don't touch it.
Again, another good bounce for Huntsville. It's going to be placed down at the 31. This is where we started, not that last drive, but the drive before. So Prairie Grove with the ball, 1:36 to go here in
Huntsville, 4 drives here in the 1st quarter, all of them 3 and out. 12 plays and 11 yards.
A couple of those plays were penalties as well.
Yeah. So Prairie Grove's defense back on track, playing well.
And now with the long run by Eli Lopez, it's 11 plays, 120 yards for Prairie Grove. Here is the play, this time on the
Sam Dodd.
Sam Dodd. He's going to, you know what? Sam got close to 4. When Bobby Cap played the wingback position there, that was a very explosive play.
Yeah, ask Valley View. The first drive of the game, he rips off the 16-yard touchdown run. I mean, I can't tell you how many times he scored on that last year.
And I think Dodd will, he's only a junior, and could see him bust some of those. Here is 2nd down. This time it's going to go to Blake Falk around the left side. There's
Well,
Falk.
they got that
Blake
sealed.
Nice
Nice job by the offensive line. Dillon on the left side, Southerly on the other side. They pinned that defense back.
Blake Falk gets the 1st down at the 47-yard line. So,
he's a little different than maybe we've had here the last couple of years when we've had some backs that when they run that sweep are looking to bounce it to the outside. When Blake sees the alley, he turns his shoulders. He's big enough. He's going to lower his head and get what he can.
Blake's a junior, too. So
yeah, I know. Hey, I'm telling you, this team next year, year after, we may be back in 2012 zone.
1st down and 10, 48 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Here is Eli Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
He's over the 100 mark.
And
Eli
a lot
Lopez.
more.
Look at Eli Lopez. He goes down to the 40.
You know what I was saying about Huntsville running the ball, wearing people down? I think that applies to the guys in black as well. They're running at will right now. 13.5 yards a carry.
Pass game.
And Huntsville's going to take
That's
a timeout.
their 2nd timeout. Let's take this timeout with them. 38 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. The Grove.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Okay, we're back. 38 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Prairie Grove. Huntsville's already used 2 timeouts.
Yeah, they go to the Brian Kelly School of timeout using. Let's just use them all.
Well, hey, I'd rather use them than have them go to with you at halftime. 38 seconds. Need to come back on the clock.
Uh-oh, that didn't go well.
There we go. Gets it back to 38 seconds.
You know, you've run the ball now 8 times in a row.
Well, when you're 0 for 3 passing,
well, you know they're going to take a shot here in a second, and it's just here it comes.
And you called it, Zach. Morrell's got plenty of time. There's Big Dylan Sainer.
Good luck with that.
Big Dylan Sainer down to the 25, and he's brought down by Kane. He was hit immediately.
You knew that 8 runs in a row is a lot, and you knew they were going to take the shot probably off play action, and, bingo, there you go, Dylan.
And Dylan, the thing with that is Kane did the right thing, went right for his left. You're going to tackle. You're not going to tackle him up high.
No,
well, you can't tackle him up
if you hit him up high, it's like a bug on a windshield.
At the 25-yard line, 22 seconds to go. Here is Blake Falk.
There he goes.
Blake Falk.
He's like a runaway train.
Blake Falk's down close to the 10. That's probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. Wow. Prairie Grove on a second. Prairie Grove actually had one bad drive the first series, and since then they moved the ball well. Had a fumble in the second series, then the long run by Eli Lopez. Now Prairie Grove.
They're going to go. They're going to go to the second quarter. They had 196 yards last week against West Fork, 178 total in the first quarter this week.
Well, after one quarter of play, Prairie Grove leads Huntsville Eagles 7-0, and that's the end of the first quarter. Back after these messages.
Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com. Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
For over 100 years, the Luganbuehl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. For over 100 years, the Luganbuehl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganbuehl care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganbuehl. Stacy Luganbuehl, JC.
Okay, back for the second quarter. Prairie Grove first and 10, just outside the 10. Quick slant.
Nice.
Give him
Touchdown.
6. Give him 6.
Leighton Smith,
give him 6, and the Tigers are up 13-0. Nice pass, quick slant pass from Morrell to Leighton Smith, and the Tigers go up 13-0.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's Leighton's first catch of his career.
Gravett leading Lincoln 14-0.
14-6.
14-6. And now Falk in to try the extra point. Laird to hold. Here's the snap. Kick is on the way. Almost blocked.
Wow, that was a spiral.
No good. So Falk misses the extra point. 13-0. 11:57 to go here in the first quarter. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. Back after this.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home, and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Okay, 13-0. Prairie Grove leading with 11:57. Just 3 seconds go off the clock in the second quarter, and the Tigers are up. Blake Falk to kick. We'll see, again, the East Lab students tonight. Christian Dowdy, Stephen Vickery, Miles Lowe, Ethan Sam, Austin Horstein, Cunningham, and our East Lab teacher, Miss Burton, all on hand tonight. Here is the kick by Blake Falk.
Good kick.
Blake's fourth kick tonight, fielded by.
Ooh,
Wow.
Elliott Chamberlain, hello!
Hello.
Kane never saw him. In the minute when he did see him, it was too late.
Or as the great Bear Bryant used to say, bingo.
Whew, that was a stick.
Zach, I know I'm an old guy, but I'll tell you, the old Bear Bryant shows when he did his coach's show were absolute classics. And he'd be eating a Golden Flake potato chip and it'd come out of his mouth when he'd say,
Now,
bingo.
I do love me a Golden Flake potato chip. Dill pickle is my favorite.
Split two to the right, one to the left. Everybody's going out of the backfield, and Weaver's going to roll, throws, incomplete, intended for number 88, Skylar Fowler.
Tell you what, this is the danger zone here for Huntsville. You're down 13. You really haven't gone anywhere. In 13 plays, you've gained 11 yards. You go 3 and out this time. You know, we could be Don Meredithing up here singing "Turn Out the Lights."
Well, big Sainer comes off. Nose guard in there now, number 57, Dakota Woods. Stone.
Yeah, they're going to go back to the ground
and
here and try and get
Huckabee.
something
Now they're
out
in
of
the
it.
eye, and now let's see. Kane.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Bingo again.
They're just not. I mean, there's nowhere to run.
Orr and Hutchinson both in on that tackle.
And now
And both of those guys back again next year. I mean,
you were behind the chains after the incompletion. Now you're 3rd and 8. This isn't what Huntsville does really well. They need 4 or 5 yards on first down, and they're just not getting it.
Well, Zach, with all due respect, they've tried a little bit of everything on first down. They've tried running, hasn't worked. Tried passing, hasn't worked. Now from the shotgun, Elsie split out right to the left. And here comes nice pick up there on Hutchinson, complete. But there
Good play,
is
Cole. Good play.
McClellan just waiting for him, completed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Skylar
gonna
Fowler again on a reception, but he only picks up a few yards.
You're gonna run a route short of the sticks that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What'd they gain on that? A yard? Maybe.
Maybe a half.
Yeah, maybe a half a yard.
So.
And the passing game is meant to go down the field.
Isaac Disney, Elliott Chamberlain back for the kick, for the punt. Now, they've done a good job punting tonight, has Elsie.
He's been great. 37.5 yards a kick.
Another great snap. And the punt, a high kick. It's going to be fielded by Chamberlain. Oh, he fumbles the ball. I think Huntsville, did he get it back?
Yeah, it looks like Prairie Grove got it.
Prairie Grove got it. I'll tell you.
He's had a tough time catching those things.
Well, our normal punt returner is Bobby Cat. Elliott sometimes is back there with him, but
I like the devil may care attitude, but catch the ball.
Elliott, he must have got popped a little bit. He's going to the other huddle for instruction that time. Prairie Grove starting at their own 47, our best starting position of the game so far.
Well, this is, if you're Prairie Grove right now, run the ball. They have not stopped you, not even close. 12 carries, 163 yards. That's a 13.6 yard average.
After missing his first 3 passes, Ryan Morrell has hit his last 2.
Including the touchdown.
There's Blake Falk.
Goodbye,
Blake Falk, nice cut. And Falk gets inside the 40. He's tripped up there by number 11, Dylan Welch.
Hey, Dylan.
Now Prairie Grove inside the 39, down about the 38-yard line. Ten minutes to go here in the second quarter. Ryan Morrell under center. Dodd split out here to the left. No, now he's in motion. And there is Eli Lopez up the middle. Eli Lopez inside.
Well, you think having Boyd back makes a difference?
It definitely, you can tell, he's got the experience, and he probably helps the other linemen, Zach.
He's a heck of a player. He's a very good center. And, he was going to be, before he got hurt, the starting nose tackle. And, we affectionately called him the groundhog last year. But I mean, just having him back on the offensive line, communication's better. You know, the ball's getting back better. They're firing off the ball, and right now they're approaching 200 yards rushing, and we're still with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter.
There's Eli Lopez again. Eli Lopez down to about the 30. He's going to be a couple, maybe a yard and a half short of the first. 3rd down and 2. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove in control at 13-0. 3rd down 2. Downey split out to the right. This time they'll go from the wing formation. There is the wing reverse.
Sam Dodd, first down. Sam
Dodd's got the first down inside the 30, down to the 27, and Tigers with another first down.
I know everybody likes the lightning strike drives, the 78-yard touchdown runs. These are my favorite.
Well, what this does just wear down the team. And whenever you're going 3 and out, you're out there a long time.
Oh, yeah. Just try and stop it. And that's the old John Riggins, 50 chip. We're running it right here. Try and stop it.
8:34 to go here in the first half. Tigers on a drive again. Here, quick.
Ryan's
There's
got it. He's
Ryan
around
Morrell.
the corner.
He's going to keep it. Ryan Morrell. Morrell, nice little stutter step. Morrell inside the 10, down to about the 6. You know, Morrell wasn't known when we started this thing as a runner, but he's done a good job of running that option.
In the last month, he has just sort of come on and assumed the mantle here, taking over for Jacob last year. He can run it, throw it. I mean, pretty much whatever you want him to do. He does a heck of a job with it.
I'm going to make a comparison after this play. Morrell comes under center, and now the center, as you said, Sparkman. And now there is
Blake. Boom, touchdown. Oh, he's in. Touchdown.
Give him 6, Blake Falk.
Yeah, I think the ball came out after he was over the line.
Give him 6, and it's 19-0 Prairie Grove. And let's see, they're going to line up and probably go for 2 here. 19-0 Prairie Grove leading. 8:07 to go. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
Told you, when he gets that lane, when that thing opens up and he turns his shoulders, he's not looking for daylight. He's looking to run over somebody.
After somewhat of a slow start, Prairie Grove has turned it on after 2 opening drives that did not produce. And now Morrell throws.
Nice.
It's
got
good.
It.
Give
Who
him
got
2.
It? Sam Dodd.
Sam Dodd.
Nice.
21-0, Tigers lead. We'll be back after this.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, we're back, and
I can hear you.
Tigers up 21-0.
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. I wonder if that's the reason.
I hit a couple buttons here and moved the mic a tad bit closer to my mouth, so I think they're going to hear me just fine out there. Jake, you can confirm that for me. Getting ready to kick is Blake Falk. It's 21-0. Tigers
averaging 10.6 yards per play. That's a first down on every play.
Here's the kick. Going to be fielded. That's number 3. That is Brian Loomis. And he gets a little.
He's got some
room. It's up to Downey. And Downey does get him out. Lemus gets it into Prairie Grove territory at the 48. That may be the spark that Huntsville needed to at least get something going. Zach, I was going to make a comment earlier. You know, each year during a football season, whenever you had a quarterback who's played a while, like we had Cooper, and then, you know, even though Jacob was back, there wasn't a quarterback controversy. We knew who was going to assume that role. This reminded me a lot of, you know, of a Blake Sims, who's kind of coming into his own for an Alabama team. That's the same way a lot of Morrell.
Look, you've dropped Bear Bryant and Blake Sims. We're done. We're done.
I was challenged to make 3, so I'm 2. Here is Nothing going.
Nothing.
Who is that wrapped him up there?
You know, they had
That's
the
Ryan Morrell.
They had the fullback dive. They had it, and I don't know why. Now it's Leighton Smith. No, you're right. It was.
Morrell.
Why is Ryan out there?
To make that tackle.
My guess.
That's no gain on the play.
You know, they had the fullback dive, and I don't know why. I don't know why Will Weaver kept it, but you know, again, now you're behind the chains again. 2nd and 10 with 7 minutes to go here. I mean, they got to get something out of this driver. This could get. I mean, it's getting ugly, but this could get really, really ugly.
Okay, here is Weaver. He's looking. Prairie Grove's got a lot of time. Throws.
Ooh, Eli. Ooh, I thought he had
Intercepted
that.
by Eli Lopez, intended for Skylar Fowler, and so it's 3rd down and 10 now, Zach. They
Weaver.
have not had a first down yet.
Weaver 3 out of 7 passing. I'll go back and fix that.
3
out of 7 passing for 13 yards.
No first downs.
None. Not one to speak of.
Not even from a penalty. 3rd down and 10. And they've had decent field position.
They've had chances. They've certainly had chances to move the ball, but 13 yards on 17 plays.
And now on 3rd, and here is Weaver. He breaks a couple. He may get the first, and he's
close. He's going to be short.
He's going to be short by about a yard. Huntsville has to take a shot here, down 21-0 in Prairie Grove territory. It's going to be 4th and about a yard. Did Jake confirm that? 4th down.
A Tennessee fan says if you're going to talk about Bama, he's turning us off.
I'll stop.
I guess we could talk about Georgia.
We'll talk about the Razorbacks here in a bit. 4th down and 1. And they hit.
He did get
effort.
it.
It's going to be close. It's going to. If it's inside the 38, it's no.
Yeah.
That is going to be close.
It's going to be really, really close.
I think he may. Wow, depends on that. Is a close spot. They're going to have to measure.
Elliott thinks he didn't get there.
If it's inside the 38, he didn't make it. If it's right at the 38, he did. It's going to be close.
Boy, this would be a
great second effort that time by Kane.
This would be really demoralizing for Huntsville.
It is going to be. I think he missed it. Based off of where that ball is now, I think he's about 2 inches short.
You're right. He is short.
2 inches. 2
wow.
inches. Prairie Grove stops. Huntsville yet to get a first down. And it is an opportunity now for Prairie Grove to go up. They are in control of this game, and another drive here would just be
13 plays and now 15 yards total offense. But, great stand. Great stand by the Prairie Grove defense.
I thought that was a great play by Weaver to get the 9 yards that they got, and then a good second effort, just not quite able to make it. Now, here's another quick pass. There's Sam Dodd. Dodd complete, and not a lot on that. A lot of Eagles there to meet him. But
they looked at Dylan first, and then he checked down to Sam, which is smart play. Dylan wasn't there.
I'm not sure how Dylan couldn't be open, but
well, like I've always said, when he's covered, he's still open.
2nd down and 6, about a 4-yard pickup on that pass, and after missing his first 3, he's now hit 3 in a row. He's now 3 of 6 with a touchdown pass.
Yep, 3-6, 29 yards to score.
And now Morrell comes under center. Double wing back position or formation. Here comes. There's Sam Dodd.
Oh, he's got the corner. He's got the corner.
Dodd inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line, and Sam Dodd with his greatest run of the night so far.
Huntsville came with a blitz on the inside, and the 2 linebackers, by the time they made penetration, Sam was around the corner. Well, I think he was even surprised when he got down because there was nobody there.
I do think he was surprised.
I think he was a little shocked that when he got through the line of scrimmage, there's nobody there.
That is a young man that has grown a lot. I mean, from a size standpoint, he was
rail thin last year.
Thin. I mean, he's put on good muscle size, and let's see. There's
we
going
got
to be
illegal substitution, offsides. Sideline warning.
Sideline warning against Prairie Grove. That's their first. Oh, against Huntsville?
Yeah, it came from the far side.
Okay.
The official over there threw it. Tigers, 19 carries, 239 yards.
Wow.
It's a 12.6 average.
And last week we had almost 400 yards in the first half, right?
Yes. 396 at the end of the first half last week.
Double wing. There is Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez.
There he goes.
Eli Lopez.
Eli.
There he goes. Eli Lopez.
Boy, they are just
inside the 20, close to the 15.
They are just gashing them now. You know, I got a feeling that we're going to see a pass play here. We're going to see that play that we saw last week where they just ran Dillon on a corner route.
That was a sweet catch.
It was. It was up over 2 guys. By the way, Eli, 140 yards in the first half. He's getting into Weston Bartholomew 2 1/4 territory.
Prairie Grove, 1-1 on the season. All home game. There's Eli Lopez again. Eli Lopez going to take him for about 3 yards.
I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You know, Zach, it's unusual to have your first 3 games at home.
Yeah, we haven't left Prairie Grove at all.
That changes next week.
Yeah, we go to the Taj Mahal.
Get to go to Gravett. He picked up 4 that time, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Ball sitting at about the 11-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Eli Lopez. No, there's a pitch. Blake Falk.
Oh, Blake, just get what you can. There you go.
But he still picked up. He gets inside the 10, gets a couple. He's going to still bring up 3rd down and a long 3. Where they spot that. They spot it just inside the 10, so let's call it 3rd and 4.
I like 17 here. I like 17. Split them out.
I'm not so sure, Zach. When you're down here, and it's the running game's running, just keep doing what you do. And there's Eli Lopez. He's got the first down. Oh, there's a fumble.
Wow.
Huntsville has the ball. Prairie Grove's knocking down at the door. Huntsville recovers the ball at their own, let's call it the 10-yard. Well, they recovered it probably around the 5, was able to pick it back up and get it to the 10. They're going to spot it at the 11. So
well, what did we talk about? Can't keep Huntsville hanging around.
The 2nd turnover of the night.
2nd fumble of the night.
That may be the 3rd fumble because we fumbled the punt, and Falk also
fumbled lost.
Yeah, fumbled lost. So we've had 4 fumbles, 2 of them lost. And 3:01 to go here in the first half.
Hey, Huntsville dodged a bullet there.
Something here.
They just need to push this out here and see if they can get to halftime.
Double wing formation.
Pushing the pile.
That was one of the better first down plays of the night. Goodwin with the carry that time. Sorry, that was Jacob Rodden on the carry. I thought it was 44, it was 40. 2nd down, that is their best first down play of the evening. Again, double wing formation.
Same play.
This time quarterback keeper. No, he didn't keep. He handed, and I think Farmington.
No, he did keep it.
I'm all over the place tonight. I want to be everywhere. Huntsville gets their first down of the night.
It's such a slow developing play. It's hard to find. It's hard to figure out who has the ball.
He held it in the belly for a while there. The chain guys taking their time about moving. They're not used to doing that tonight.
Yeah, haven't had a lot to do.
First one comes at 2:21 to go here in the first half. Weaver under center. This formation, of all the different formations they've run tonight, this one seemed to have the most success. Again, Rodden going to pick up a couple yards. I think with 2 minutes to go, you're going to with 1 timeout, you're going to have to do something besides this little belly dive thing going on.
I think they just want to get out of here. if they can get to halftime 21-0. Now keep in mind, Prairie Grove gets the ball first. So sense of urgency here. Yeah, you've got to do something, and I'm pretty sure there's a play action pass coming. But if he's going to pull it back here at some point, throw it.
If you're Prairie Grove here and you have a third down, it's not bad to think about a timeout.
Take the timeout, see if you can get the ball back.
I would take one shot at that, and then if you don't do it, let the clock run on out. Here is pass. He's going to look deep. There's Chamberlain.
Elliott's there.
Oh. Now that stops the clock. You don't have to use a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the best choice of patterns. And if they've got a screen in their arsenal right now, as many people as Prairie Grove is bringing, if you can execute it, it might work. But here you are, 3rd and 8 in a situation that you don't like.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have In the Grove this week, brought to you by the East Lab students. After that, we'll have the Prairie Grove Marching Band. So activities coming up at halftime. 1:29 to go here in the first half. Shotgun is Weaver. Going to hand the ball off.
And Kane
and
stops.
Nice job.
Nice play, Reedor.
Reedor and McClellan both in. Now Prairie Grove, are they going to use a timeout? Call a timeout there, Coach. Let's do it.
He just called it.
How many times did he have to call it? He called it 3 times. I saw him do it. And he's looking at him. Prairie Grove's going to take a timeout, 1:13. So they're going to still try to get one more in there, Zach, and I think that's the right thing to do.
I do. Push it here. You've turned the ball over twice on drives where you were in Huntsville territory. This could be, you could have another 14 points on the board. It's been kind of a sluggish effort. I mean, it's come in spurts. They played real well, and then they've all of a sudden just had some moments where things haven't gone very well. But so far, so good. 21-0. We're going to get the ball back. Now, we got to be a little careful here on the back end. Who's going to be back on the who's going to be back deep on the punt? Make sure you catch it.
Maybe at this point, Zach, do you go after the punt?
I think you let it drop.
I mean, do you go at? What I'm saying is from a
punt. You're getting the ball. Punt safe. Nobody touch it. But they're going to drop Disney back.
I think that they're going to.
Nah.
So they're just going to have one guy back.
Make sure he punts it.
He's done a nice job tonight punting the ball. Good snap, and it's
good kick.
Disney.
Oh, man. They have got to get that straightened out.
We have struggled on the punts tonight. We're going to have the ball at the 48, 1:04 to go. We have 2 timeouts. All right, Morrell, we know he can throw the ball, so let's see what we can do here, Zach.
Think they're going to go 4 wide here, Chief? I don't see why not. I mean, this is the time. They have no answer for Dillon.
You got Dillon. With Chamberlain's speed, I think I'd have Chamberlain in there as well.
I'd put Chamberlain and Dillon on the same side. Let them work. Yep, here we go.
You got Dodd and Dillon over here to the left.
Yeah, I know 88 over here is going, oh, my goodness.
And now he's looking for Sainer first. Got to get rid of it. There's Sainer.
There's big Dillon.
Dillon Sainer at the 40.
Boom.
He's down to the 36. They'll go from the line here.
The minute he caught that, 88 was just standing there going, oh, come on.
And now Sainer is going to go right back to the wide out position. And the slot is Dodd. On the other side, you have Downey and Disney. No, that's a flaw.
Same play. And Downey's wide open. Nice.
There's Downey. Downey gets out of bounds.
Nice play.
Nice job of getting out of bounds.
Good awareness.
22. 46 seconds.
Good awareness. 2 plays, 40 yards.
Morrell.
He is on fire, we might say.
After missing the first 3 now,
5
in
out
a
of
row.
8. 5 out of 8, 59 yards. And plenty of time. Plenty of time to do whatever you want to do. You still got 2 timeouts.
So now we get a chance to huddle. Down 18 seconds left on the play clock. Morrell, nice job. And now they're going to go from 2 backs. This time going to give. And Morrell keeps it. Better use a timeout
better
here.
Use it here.
And they're not going to use a timeout. They're going to try to go from the line. Well, as they get a quick snap, down to 32 seconds. And now it is Falk.
Oh, he's got the corner.
He's got the corner. There's Falk at the 15, inside the 10, and that's going to stop the clock on the first down. Right at the 10. Prairie Grove going to go no huddle. Where is Sainer? Find him. Let's go. Get him in the end zone. That's 20 seconds left. And now Falk rolling to his right. He's looking.
Dylan is wide open.
Sainer.
Of course.
Hey, give him 6. Dylan Sainer, give him 6.
Just throw it. Just throw it as high as you can and let him go get it.
12 seconds to go. That's
a heck of a drive.
Let's see. They went 52 yards in literally
6 plays, 51 yards.
51 yards, and they did it in 52 seconds.
That's pretty good. That's Oregon-esque.
Here's the extra point. This
a little
time,
high. Zeke's going to keep
Here's
it.
Zeke Laird. Zeke on the fire.
Throw it.
Zeke throws. He's
Boom!
got it. Hey, it's Downey on the other end. Zeke Laird.
It's all working tonight.
Zeke Laird completes it to Downey. It's 29-0. And the Tigers, another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. Well, coming up at halftime, like I said, we'll go to a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have In the Grove brought to you by the East Lab. Following that, we will have the Prairie Grove Marching Band. At the end of that, we will have Zach. He's talked to our stats and research department. We'll have stats at the end of halftime festivities. A lot of good halftime coming up.
Scored an update from up the road. Farmington tied up with Little Rock Christian 14-14. 4 minutes to go in the first half.
I'm going to say this about Farmington. When we got here for the first game, I chatted with their guys that do their webcasts. They're good friends. And we were talking. I don't think they were very optimistic about the season. They weren't, and they've done a great job. They weren't optimistic about the night against Prairie Grove. They've won that game.
Yep.
I think they thought that Huntsville may be a victory for them. They weren't sure. And then they came and won last week in Van Buren and now tied with Little Rock Christian. They got to be feeling pretty good.
I think Farmtown's pretty happy right now.
There's kind of a short kick. And look, there's rugby going on right there. It's a rugby pile, Zach.
If you're Huntsville, what do you do here?
Take a knee.
Yeah, you take a knee?
Because if you throw that up and it's a pick 6, we'll run the clock the rest of the game. Lincoln down 34-6. They're right around halftime, so that one's close to being at mercy rule just down the road a ways.
Well, just for a frame of reference, Prairie Grove 346 yards in the first half, Huntsville 38.
346 versus the 378 last week, or 396?
Yeah, 396 last week.
396. There is the play. There's Kane. He's going to be brought down finally.
That's going to do it.
Reed Orr brings him down. After one half of play, Prairie Grove 29, Huntsville 0. We'll go to commercial break, come back for In the Grove.
You just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
My name's Austin Cunningham, and I'm going to be with you for This Week in the Grove. With me tonight, I have got our East facilitator, Miss Melissa Burton. How you doing tonight, Mrs. Burton?
I'm doing great.
Doing great. All this pink you see out here along the field, on the football players, in the student section, across the stands, this is one of the ladies that made it happen, along with a team of students from our East lab. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Pink Out, Mrs. Burton, and what it is?
Okay, well, every year we try to do an annual Pink Out game. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and every year we let East students kind of self-direct their projects. And this year I had Bobby Cat, Sam Dodd, and Colton Simrad, the football boys, come to me and say that they wanted to do the Pink Out game as their East project, and they wanted to raise money for breast cancer awareness. And part of the goal and the reason behind that was that Colton Simrad's mother got diagnosed last year with breast cancer, and so he got to see her go through that, and she's now, cancer-free at the moment, and we are just so thankful for that.
And we actually had a chance to talk with her today.
Yes, I did talk to her today. We actually filmed a segment that we will hopefully be showing in the near future, but she wanted to tell her story and try to get out awareness of breast cancer, and help anybody that she can. She talked a lot about how early detection is the key, and how she was just so blessed that she caught her cancer early so that she didn't have to go through as much.
Right. And I understand that you have a little bit of experience with this yourself, Mrs. Burton, in your own family.
Yes, I do actually. My sister got diagnosed with breast cancer 3 years ago, and she was 24 years old. So to me, it kind of has a special meaning as well, and I want to bring about awareness for it and raise money for it as well.
That's awesome. And I mean, you did a lot of work with these students, printing signs, making donation boxes, getting T-shirts, getting socks for our guys out there, and it's just crazy. And all the proceeds that we got balloons today,
yes.
And all those balloons that we released, all the proceeds from that went straight to the Susan G. Komen Foundation, which is just a great foundation for the breast cancer awareness and the search for the cure and everything like that. You've heard their name thousands of times, no doubt, everywhere. And, I mean, they're just a great foundation, so being able to help with that has been awesome.
We were really glad that we could do that, and we were surprised when I told the guy doing the T-shirts that we were actually doing them to raise money for breast cancer awareness. He gave us a really great deal. I don't think he made hardly any profit on it, and he decided that he wanted to make sure we had plenty of money to donate to the cause. So we actually made $2 per shirt. So we're going to have
that's awesome.
At least $300 to donate.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's great. All right, Miss Burton. Well, I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. And like she said, we'll have that video hopefully up and on the website and running as an ad, hopefully, or as another halftime show in the next couple of weeks. As Mrs. Burton said, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's just a great cause. If you can find some way to donate or be involved in that donation process at all, we highly recommend it. We're going to cut to a couple more commercial breaks. Thank you, Mrs. Burton, for being here with us tonight. And that has been This Week in the Grove.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find two of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it at customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale.
Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan, or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our Free Blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to Free Blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
All right. Hey, when we get to about a minute and 15 seconds, they're not. Wait a minute. They're not even back yet. Now here they come. All right, about a minute 15. We'll do it. Okay. All right, go ahead. What the hell? I can talk for a minute and 30 seconds. Do we know where Lynn is? All right, whenever you're ready. Go ahead. 2, 1. And we welcome you back to Tiger Stadium. 29-0 Prairie Grove over the Huntsville Eagles here at halftime. We've got about 2 minutes here before they're about ready to start here. Want to run through some numbers here for the first half. The Tigers very impressive. 16 first downs in the first half. Huntsville just 1. The Tigers ran for 277 yards in the first half, limited Huntsville 36 yards. The Tigers good through the air. Ryan 6 out of 9 for 69 yards. Huntsville just 7 yards passing. Tigers overall lead in yardage 346-43. Did have 2 lost fumbles. That's a problem. They'll get that cleaned up. Just some individual numbers here. Eli Lopez, huge in the first half. 10 carries, 144 yards, and 1 touchdown, including there was a 78-yard touchdown run. Sam Dodd, 3 carries, 29 yards. Ryan Morrell, 2 for 24. Blake Falk chipping in with 10 carries and 80 yards. Receiving-wise, Sam Dodd, 1 reception for 3 yards. Dillon, 3 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown pass. Leighton Smith caught his first pass tonight. He's got 1 for 11 and a touchdown. Zach Downey with a catch tonight for 14 yards. Passing-wise, as I mentioned, Ryan, 6 out of 9, 69 yards and 2 scores. Prairie Grove, again, leading 29-0. We've got about 2.5 minutes here before we get ready to start the second half. One bright spot, I guess you could say, for Huntsville. They had just 43 yards in the first half. Their punter averaging 34.5 yards per kick. Not a bright spot. But Prairie Grove's got some things to clean up. 2 turnovers in the first half, or this thing could be 43-0. Overall, I think pretty slow start, but things got much better, and I expect to see some of the younger guys here once we get to 35.
Well, the most impressive thing, I think, for me tonight so far is I think it has to be the 1 first down.
That's that's a heck of a way, and it came late in the half. They got their first down. So,
well, Zach, I got some update on some scores.
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh 43-0 over Berryville at halftime.
Yeah, I told you that one was over.
And then Lincoln was down last we heard 34-6. The only update I don't have is Pea Ridge and Gentry, but
media blackout of that game.
But assuming that goes as we probably anticipate, then someone asked me, I think the 4 teams that I think everybody always has a chance, but I think the 4 teams.
The 4 favorites are playing the 4 that are considered the bottom half of the league, and so far everything's holding form. We're not sure about the Pea Ridge score, but I would assume that one's holding form. And next week I know we're up at Gravett, and I think Shiloh plays. I'm trying to think who
if they play Pea Ridge next week, that'll be a.
I don't think they play Pea Ridge. I think they may play Lincoln next week. I'll have to look at. Well, I've got it right here.
Well, while you're looking that up, I will say that for us, we got Shiloh. We'll be going there in 2 weeks. So we got 2 straight road games coming up that we'll be webcasting next week. Gravett. The following week will be Shiloh.
Oh, let's see here. Shiloh. Nope, actually Shiloh goes to Huntsville next week.
So they go to Huntsville next week, and my guess is it'll.
Pea Ridge is at Gentry, and that leaves.
Oh, next week or this week?
Pea Ridge is. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong one here. Pea Ridge has Lincoln next week, so it's Lincoln and Pea Ridge, Shiloh and Gravett. That would leave.
Or us
and Gravett. It would be Berryville and gosh, I'm blanking.
Berryville and
who are we missing?
Gentry?
Yes, thank you. Hey, somebody's getting a win there. That's a big game. But Prairie Grove's going to get the ball to start the second half. I would imagine. And Little Rock Catholic leading Farmington 28-14, so they put 14 points in the last 4 minutes on the board.
And is that in third quarter now?
They are at the half.
At the half. Well, we're about to start the second half here. Prairie Grove ready to receive. Back deep is Disney.
We got to work on some punt returning. That has been dicey.
Well, even with Bobby, I mean, it's not been our strength this year.
Well, I'd imagine we're going to see one series here to get it to 35, and then that'll be it.
Well, if we can, I'd like to see that happen on the first drive, Zach.
I'd like to see it happen on the kickoff return.
We got McClellan, Chamberlain, Falk, and Disney deep for Prairie Grove.
Eli, by the way, career high tonight, 144 yards rushing.
Prairie Grove getting ready just in case they were going to do an onside kick or something, and they still may. This is kind of a.
Yeah, it really is.
He does go deep and going to be.
That's their kicker I was telling you about earlier.
Fielded by Disney. There's Falk. Falk, and he is wrestled out of bounds by number 24, Manny Adalco. So Prairie Grove starts pretty good field position. Be just 31. I think we've started the 31 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times tonight. Yeah, that seems to be our magic number. And now you just want to see again, clean. Let's get through this. Let's stick it in the end zone here, get the clock running, and let's get out of Dodge.
Prairie Grove with the ball. Morrell under center, coming from the wing team formation. Dodd is the wing back. Eli Lopez at fullback. There goes Blake Falk around the left side, and Blake is
get 4 out of that. 3.
Blake is. I don't know that Blake has gone outside of that, but once tonight. Most of the time he just cuts it back in. He picks up 3 or 4 yards. And
he's got that old run to contact.
Only time he went inside is when we went out down here.
Yeah, I think he was surprised that he had the outside.
Which tells me that the end is doing a pretty good job there of turning it back in, or at least protecting the outside. Again, same formation. There's Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez, they're doing a little bit better job this time. He picks up a couple, going to get up to the 36. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Eli, again, working on a career night here. I'd like to see him rip another one, and let's get out of here.
Peyton Wiley with a tackle that time. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Their first possession of the second half. Orr is at fullback, Blake Falk. And there is Orr. Orr kind of stutter-stepped a little bit. He's tackled there by number 24, Aldalco. It's going to be up 4th down. Prairie Grove's going to go ahead and punt. This will be their second punt of the night. First time.
Ironically, on the first drive last time.
Of the first half. Their first drive of the first half. And 29-0. And
are they going to punt? Okay. I didn't see Cody there for a second.
Hoskins, the punter, only his 3rd punt of the season. He's a junior as well. There are a lot of guys coming back next year, Zach. Good snap. Gets to take a punt. It's a high punt.
Kick.
Going to bounce, take a Prairie Grove bounce, goes inside the 30. That's a very, very serviceable punt there. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Prairie Grove stopped on downs their first possession of the second half. Nice defensive stop that time by Huntsville. And here we go. We start Huntsville's first drive of the second half. They're in a power I. Here comes Hutchinson.
Dakota. See, what they're doing is they're running the power O, and the backside guard's pulling out. And Dakota is shooting that gap. And by the time the guard gets out of his way, Dakota's in the backfield.
And they're timing it almost
we're
perfectly.
having team meetings in Huntsville's backfield.
And he's timing it perfectly.
Oh, he is. He's all over.
You know what? If they were to do a delayed count, I think we.
Well, that or a counter where you're bringing them. You're bringing a tackle back the other way. I mean, you'd catch them, but they've tried that over and over and over again, and Dakota's just destroyed it every single time.
From the shotgun, going to look to pass, quick curl route, complete to Fowler. Fowler's going to be hit.
Nice play there, Leighton. Nice play.
Leighton Smith keeps it in front of him. Nice completion. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and because of the loss on the play, it's going to be still 3rd and long, about 3rd and let's call it 3rd and 8.
It's still, you're still way behind the chains. I know they're trying to get 3 or 4 yards on first down so they can make 2nd and 3rd down manageable, but the play calling not terribly imaginative.
Well, it's 3rd down and long, and now they go back. It's almost a wish. Well, now it goes back to the
power I.
Power I. They're going to.
Unbalanced line.
Now going up down to the I, unbalanced line.
Here
they come, going to the weak side. He's hit by
Dakota.
Bingo. Oh.
And, Kane the last 2 weeks, 200. He's averaging 134 yards the last 2 games and had 4 touchdowns, and he has just done nothing tonight.
That was his 12th
rush. His 12th carry, and I'll get it added up here in a second.
He got a yard on that, so he's got 12 carries for 15 yards.
Prairie Grove has just eliminated him from the offensive equation.
This is our worst play of the game right now is the punts.
Yeah, it has been dangerous.
Is this their 8th punt, 7th or 8th punt?
This is number 7.
Number 7 on the punt. Here he calls for the fair catch, takes it, and he's going to take it at 35. Prairie Grove takes over, 35, 7:59 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Let's put a drive together, guys, and get that clock running. Any idea when Carrillo will be back?
No, nothing. No report on him whatsoever. He was having issues last week. I was watching him during the pregame. He's just it's just one of those lingering things.
And what is it?
Back, ankle, you name it. Name the appendage. It's hurting right now, and they just can't get him healthy.
Downey split out here to the right.
But it's not exactly affecting the bottom line here. Tigers are 283 yards on the ground.
In motion was Dodd, and there is
is that Orr?
Reed Orr.
The baby bull.
Reed Orr goes to the 40. Second down and 5 for Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove is now, they've gone 6 quarters now without a score, and they're in the middle of their almost halfway through six and a half
quarters, yeah.
And there's
Kind of
the eye.
We don't see that very often,
And
let's not see that anymore.
Boy, he's going to lose. Well, they're going to spot him. He's going to get a decent.
Wow.
Only lost.
Yeah, that's a generous spot. They gave him forward progress to the 38.
Wow, that's only a 2-yard loss. That's really a break. Well, where are they going?
That's a break for us.
Almost to the 39, Zach. Good grief. We got a nice.
Hey, we got a half-yard penalty on an incomplete pass earlier, so they owe us something.
6:45 to go here in the third, and Huntsville's defense stiffened up a little bit here in the third quarter. There is Falk. He's on the outside. He cuts it up this time. He's got the first down. There goes Blake Falk. Look at Blake Falk. Here he goes. 20-15, and he's knocked down. Blake Falk.
I hate to say this, but he runs a little bigger than his brother. I know, Dalton, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but your baby bro he's a player.
Well, the Tigers on that play just gets down to the 15-yard line, and
that'll put Blake over 100. His first career 100-yard game takes the Tigers up to 333 on the ground.
128 for Falk, 146 for Lopez, 333 on the game. Prairie Grove 402 total yards on 40 plays, 10 yards a play.
That's good. You're going to win
play.
a lot of games doing that. I'm no expert, but I believe you'll win.
Did
some
we go
games
over 500 yards last week?
No, we did not. We have not broken the 500-yard barrier yet. Only 98 to go.
Well, we had 396 at half, and then with a running clock in the second half, and that is Sam Dodd in at quarterback. Dodd pitches.
Nice to Solomon.
Solomon Walker.
Get what you can. All right, we'll take that.
That's not the prettiest looking option, but it works.
It's something that they haven't done in recent years, the triple option. Last year Jacob just kept the ball, and he fooled everybody.
I'll tell you what, for a guy he really could fake the ball well.
He's a magician. How many times during the Farmington game do we even wonder who had the ball? We had the best seat in the house. We had no idea who had the ball.
Dodd still in at quarterback on this drive. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Prairie Grove. Second down, 7. In motion. There is Falk again.
Got it again.
This time he cuts back and going to get inside the 10 to about the 8.
Last week you laughed at me when I said he reminded me of just running style, Barrett Dickerson. He's very upright. He's tall. He's a big kid. But he's got a suddenness to him when he makes that cut. He just, boom, through the hole, and away we go. I like Jack Stone here. What a great name. I want a name like that. Jack Stone.
That's a football name.
That's like a secret agent name.
Yeah.
What's your name? Jack Stone.
We may have moved a little bit, but they didn't call it. There's Orr.
Baby Bull. Baby Bull.
Give him 6.
First career touchdown for Reed Orr.
Reed Orr, give him 6, and the Tigers now will have, that'll make 35, and the Tigers will have a running clock for the balance of the game, another second in a row mercy rule.
You remember the old Merrill Lynch commercials with the bull? That's him. I mean, he is just, give him the ball and just let him go.
And now Matthew Galden to try hold of Laird, who had a nice fire play again. It might in there.
Whoa.
It is
Missed.
no good. Boy, that
Like a Mickelson shot at the Ryder Cup. Wow.
Did you see how they won this morning? Had an eagle on 15 and a birdie on 18.
Don't get me started.
Where did it end up today?
They lost.
Oh, later on they did?
Yeah, we blew it.
Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. We're going to go to commercial break. Prairie Grove up 35-0.
For over 100 years, the Luganville name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganville care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganville. Stacy Luganville, J.C. Dobbs, or Dwayne Cunningham stand ready to continue that Luganville tradition. For more information, they invite you to visit their website, luganville.com.
Falk preparing to kick, and he was kind of short. Dylan Welch tackled Zeke Laird. Also on the tackle, number 74, Troy Sugg, helping out on that tackle.
Hey.
There it is. They'll start at the 30. Yeah, let's call it the 39-yard
They
line.
really can't complain about field position. They have had just tremendous field position all night long. They just haven't been able to do anything with it.
With the mercy rule, we will have a running clock the balance of the game. 4 minutes to go. Here is Hudson. There is a give.
Rodden.
First hit there by number 10 for Prairie Grove.
Why is Ryan making
Morrell.
tackles?
Why is he making a tackle when we're up 35-0 is one question.
Yeah, I don't need him getting Nick Foles out there.
Here comes Isaac Disney. Eli Lopez coming out. Zeke Laird going in.
Yeah, it's time to get
Ethan Davis coming in.
Get
Morrell out of there.
Yeah, please get Morrell out there.
Shotgun split backfield. And now going to be a
Same
quick
play,
pass.
smash route.
And
Nice
there's
play,
Disney just waiting for him. Picks up a couple of
their
yards.
Their passing game consists of a 3-yard smash route. And there's just nothing to it.
It'll be 3rd down and 4. 3:05 to go here in the third quarter.
And Weaver passing 4 out of 9 for 13 yards. That's 1.4 yards per attempt.
Now coming in the game, number 57 is Dakota Woods. Here is Reed Orr. He looks like he's coming, and now, boy, they've sent the house, and they got him.
I mean, how many team meetings can we have in their backfield?
Several.
I mean, Jack Stone is camped out 3 yards deep in their backfield.
Stone, Hoskins, all in there, and it's another 4th down, and
Christian Kane, 13 carries, 13 yards.
And he was averaging over 100.
Over 100 the last 2 games. And, I don't want to sound like one of the kids, but that's doing some work. Prairie Grove, they're going to go? No, they're going to punt. Prairie Grove's defense has shown up again. Last week they gave up 90 yards. Today, 52.
And if we can just field the punt. Good
nice
punt
kick.
again.
Oh, jeez.
And we got it. Prairie Grove, boy, we have had a hard time
just
tonight.
Get away from it.
I think that if there's anything that we need to work on this week, it would be that. And coming in to get it, number 2, Drake Hacker. Drake Hacker gets that fumble. That was a big play by Drake.
Just get away from it.
A running clock. It's 1:35 to go now. And it'll run for the rest of the night. Again, giving a shout out to our East Lab students, Ethan Sams, Miles Lowe, Stephen Vickery, Christian Dowdy, Austin Horstein Cunningham, and our East Lab teacher, Miss Burton, all here tonight. Appreciate them. They're doing a fantastic job. They're making our life easier and easier, Zach.
Man, you remember when it was you, me, and a box?
Yes.
The last time we were at Huntsville was when we had to climb the steps with that thing. I got a high ankle sprain falling out of the press box carrying this thing down there.
It was a bigger box back there,
it
too.
really was.
There is
he's
Solomon
got
Walker.
the corner.
And Walker cuts it up.
There you go, Sol. Good play.
Solomon Walker up to the 40-yard line. probably get one more play in this quarter, and then we'll go to the fourth and final quarter.
Tigers go over 350 yards rushing. 35 carries, 353 yards. Eli leading the way with 146. I can't remember the last time we had two 100-yard rushers.
It's been a couple of years. 12. I know we did it in 12. We may have done it last year.
We may have done it last year. I think Bobby and Logan both went for 100.
And maybe Storley one night on it because we had big runs a couple times.
Yeah.
There's Zeke Laird in now, quarterback.
Look at, who is that? 30.
That's Kyle Sam. Look at Kyle Sam. Kyle Sam. Look at, hey.
Hey.
Is that his Kyle Sam first carry of the year?
It is, and that's a long one.
And he goes down to the 24-yard line. 9 seconds. Why's the clock stop?
They stopped it. The referee stopped it to move the set the chains.
I don't know why. He shouldn't. It's a running clock, and that's going to do. That's going to do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, Prairie Grove Tigers 35, Huntsville Eagles 0.
Just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Okay, as we get ready for the fourth and final quarter, Prairie Grove up 35-0. Second down and 5. Ball at the 29-yard line or 24-yard line of Huntsville. Zeke Laird, the quarterback. Kyle Sam, the fullback. Solomon Walker, the halfback. It's going to go. Zeke Laird on a keeper. Zeke turns it up. He gets it back. He may have got a yard out of it. That's probably Zeke's first carry of the year.
Hey, he completed a pass tonight on a 2-point conversion. Boy, we've got lots of young guys in there now.
Yeah, number 89 is Caleb Berner. Last week, I think everybody played
last week, and they'll probably do that again tonight.
We'll get darn close.
I think last week everybody carried the ball.
And now Laird pitches to Solomon Walker. Nice job by Laird. Nice play there.
Tackle.
Nice. That was a very nice tackle that time. I want to get that number. It's on the far side. But I like the way the kid wrapped him up. Number 32.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Number 32, that is Jeffrey Carrion. Third down and 10. Coming in, bringing into play, Diego Martinez.
Hey, he had an interception last night. Or, excuse me, last week. The last play of the game had an interception. His first career interception.
Zeke Laird on third down and 10. Number 41, Weston Smith on the carry. Weston gets back. Maybe it's going to be fourth down and 9 for Prairie Grove. Oh, they're actually going to bring in a few starters to try to get this first down, looks like, Zach.
Huh. Okay. We got something tricky going.
Oh, they're going to try a field goal.
Okay.
Well, this is a 43-yard
long one.
This is Landon-esque. Let's see what he's got.
No.
Oh, no, He got it there on the roll. He slipped. He's hurt. He's hurt. He slipped or something, Zach.
Maybe we should just take a knee. The rate guys are dropping. Run 3 plays, take a knee. Boy, we got all kinds of new faces on defense. Oh, we got the hit machine back there, Mr. Hacker.
Drake Hacker.
He's his own electric company. He will light you up.
Well, he did get a fumble a while ago on the punt. And Huntsville still has their starters in here, and that's going to be the longest run of the night for Kane. Kane gets close to first down. 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove up 35-0. $8:45 to go. Clock still running.
Uh-oh. He's gone.
He may be gone. Can he be caught? No, he's not going to catch him. He's not going to catch him. Huntsville gets a touchdown. Prairie Grove went 7 quarters plus almost 4 minutes without a touchdown, and there the long run, that time by Levi Elsey.
It's a nice run. Elsie's had a busy night. They've targeted him a couple of times in the passing game. It's just a reverse. Prairie Grove over pursued. That's a play they probably should have tried in the first quarter.
Kicking now, number 63. I do not have who that is, so I can't give him a shout out. Kicks on the way. It looks pretty darn good. 35-7, 8:17 to go. Now Prairie Grove should just take their time, run the clock on down. 35-7. That's going to.
Well, here's something we haven't had a chance to work on tonight is the kick return game, but I'm not. If you're Huntsville, do you try the onside, a squib, something?
Well, you know, with a running clock, I've never seen anybody. You know what would be interesting? If you could come back in a running clock and make a run out of it.
Well, you'd have to.
Because you have to run it. I mean, you can't, even if they come within 7 points, you still have to keep running it because, you know, it's the way way it runs. But back deep is Cole McClellan. You got Zeke, Laird, Disney, and Chamberlain.
I think they're short a guy. Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There
now
we go.
We've got 11. But you got to be careful here.
Well, 8:17 to go. As soon as he kicks this, we'll get that clock running again.
If I'm Prairie Grove, I'm moving everybody up. Everybody move up. Don't worry about it. You know, leave Cole back deep. Put 10 guys within 10 yards. And yep, here it comes.
Well, Huntsville crowd got a little life in them.
Yep, there's the onside, and it's going to go out of bounds.
I'll tell you what.
I mean,
in the mercy rule game like that, when you do that, if I'm the coach that has the upper hand here, that almost pushes me to the point and say, okay, if you want to play that way. So Prairie Grove's going to get the ball at the 41-yard line, and so that's where they'll take over.
Boy, they've emptied the bench now.
You know, anytime they want to get this moving clock moving, that would be great.
Thank you, guys. Let that go.
Number 26 bringing in Rylan Sims. Rylan split out here to the left. Zeke Laird at quarterback. Laird going to hand the ball to Solomon. Solomon's got a little room.
There you go. Tell you what, he's going to have a really bright future.
Solomon, the sophomore, he's
a Blake Falk clone. I mean, he's big, he's tall, he fills out a little bit. Wow, we got something. Nope, they're going to give him the first down.
Give him the first. I think he may have actually been short by a little bit, but I think at this point they're just. Can I tell you something?
I wish you would.
These refs are somewhat upsetting me, stopping the clock whenever it's a mercy rule. I know that there are rules, but it's like, look, it's over.
Prairie Grove, 40 carries, 400 yards.
What kind of
delay a game?
Well, it's a delay a game because it took them forever to move the chains.
Well, let's see where they going to move that back to.
46.
It's a 7-yard penalty. No, yeah, 7-yard penalty. 6-yard penalty. What do we got here? Come on, boys.
Walker around the right side. There goes Solomon Walker.
Him. He's getting a lot of that on his own.
Yeah, he did. Nice job. Bring up second down and let's call it 2nd and 7.
Solomon now 5 carries, 24 yards. Here comes your boy. Justice McNatt's coming in.
McNatt's going to come in for Laird, and I'm gonna predict something.
Go ahead.
I think there'll be at least one keeper here.
You think they might run a little read option?
Yeah, and I know what the read will be.
Yeah, there is no read.
He is a good ball handler, and now this time they're going to hand right up the middle. There goes Kyle Sam again. Look at Kyle Sam. Oh, nice hit from behind. Nice tackle from behind by number 2 for Huntsville. That is Peyton Wiley. Prairie Grove now to 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Ball at the 34-yard line.
Well, we're getting near that 500-yard mark.
Coming in the game, number 28, William Pruitt. Looks like he's bringing in the play. Coming off is Solomon. Down to 15 seconds to get the play off. Now here comes another play. We're not going to Rylan. He's not going to make it.
Well, this play's not getting off.
No, it's not getting off. He's going to have to be quick. 3, 2, 1. Got it off. And we got a yard or two out of it.
It's like a Chinese fire drill. We're just running people in and out.
He got popped. William Pruitt got hit pretty hard. 4:45 to go in the game, 35-7. Remind you, next week we'll be coming to you from Gravette. Take on the Gravette Lions, who the last we heard were up on Lincoln 34-6. Let's see if we can get the East Lab students to check out, see if we can get a score from the Lincoln game. Second down and 9, 4:20.
Zeke in it, wing back.
Zeke,
all right.
Wow. McNatt gives it. Wow. Waiting there. A lot of guys piling in. That's Lincoln losing 41-6 to.
Did you catch a number there?
Gravette. That was number
48.
48, Hunter Martin. So Lincoln goes down tonight, 41-6, or going down. We know Shiloh was up 43-0.5. That one was over. This one's 3 minutes and 50 seconds away from Prairie Grove notching their first conference win. So
15th in a row.
15 in a row, going for 16 next week against Gravette. There's McNatt rolling.
Cover up.
He's going to lose a few yards. Going to be 4th down now. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the ball game. We're going to have a punt here by Prairie Grove. This is when you take a delay game penalty.
Yeah.
Like 3 of them.
Does the clock stop? I just keep taking them. Wind up punting for my own 1.
3 minutes to go in the game. Hoskins to punt.
Uh-oh.
Nice punt.
Wow. He got a lot of that one, didn't he?
He's going to field it at about the 7-yard line. So this will probably be the final possession of the game. There may be one if there were to be a long run or something. 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
They're going to send out the first team again.
And it's not like they don't have a few guys on the sideline that could play.
No, they have a roster 70 deep.
No, we're getting them from their webcast. Do what? First down and 10 for Lincoln. Ball inside their own 10, and there's Kane.
I'm not sure why in a game like this you've still got him out there. If he's your bell cow for the rest of the season, I'm not sure why you're. I mean, other than just to get something positive, but
Noah Tidmore. I mean, yeah, at this point, it's time to let a few guys come in. But with a minute and 50 seconds to go, probably 2 or 3 plays away from calling it a night. They got McNatt back here now. He's got a little bit of speed to maybe stop those long runs if there should be a breakthrough.
Same play.
And all of Kane's, he was 13 to 13, 13 carries, 13 yards up until, the rest of his yards is.
Yeah, that's his 16th carry. He's not got 30 yards.
So his last 3 carries, he's picked up 17. It's all been against the third teamers out here. 1:15 to go in the ball game. Couple more plays. Now they're split out. Looks like they're going to try to throw the ball. He's going to roll.
He's going to run.
There's Zeke Laird. Zeke hangs on.
Zeke. Good job, buddy.
Way to hang on there, Zeke.
Well, we get to look forward to next week. Showdown next week.
Well, we got to think about our Everett Chevrolet player of the game.
I'd have to say Eli.
Eli
got it going.
Well, yeah, once he had, we had 2 straight possessions where we got nothing. And then, fumble, and then Eli took the long run, and then from there ended up at the lead and rush. So Eli Lopez.
11 carries, 146 yards, and a 78-yard touchdown run. Career high in rushing, career long rush, too.
This will probably be the last play. They're going to go deep. Oh, he's going to be open. Incomplete.
What?
You've got to be kidding me.
All right. Well, I mean, they were hand fighting, but what are you gonna do?
You're really gonna stop the clock in a mercy rule game, 35-7?
Pass interference on
Prairie Grove.
I would think so.
Well, it is, but the crazy thing, I mean, is there a reason for this? Someone is going to have to give me a good explanation. I'm not a smart man, but I don't understand why you call a penalty with 6 seconds left in a mercy rule game. If they wanted to make sure they got seen on the webcast, all they had to do was ask. Okay, 6 seconds left.
He's there, but so Zeke, get there, Zeke.
That's going to do it. The final score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 35, Huntsville Eagles 7. Prairie Grove goes to 1-0 in the conference, 2-1 on the season. Again, Eli Lopez, our Everett Chevrolet player of the game, will be back for the stats and our wrap-up right after this.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find two of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it at customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale.
Well, we're back for our wrap-up. Everett Chevrolet player of the game, Eli Lopez. His stats again, Zach.
11 carries, 146 yards, and 1 touchdown for Eli. Did have a career long rush of 178 yards, career high in rushing, 146. Eli easily got things going. That run in the first quarter was, what got as you said, opened up the floodgates.
Right. Matter of fact, I think off air I said that the dam has been opened.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. Prairie Grove tonight, 416 yards on the ground. That is a season high, by the way. Ryan Morrell tonight, pretty efficient, 6 out of 9, 69 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Sainer, the other one to Leighton Smith, his first career catch.
And I would point out that he started off 0 for 3, so he finished 6 for 6.
Yeah, he got it going, and he had actually a nice game on the ground. Let me get his number here. Ryan with 2 carries for 24 yards. Blake Falk, career high, 14 carries, 132 yards and a touchdown. Reed Orr scored his first career touchdown tonight, 3 carries, 15 yards. Just 45 carries for 416 yards for the Tigers tonight. Outside of the 2 fumbles, not a whole lot to complain about. 35-7 victory.
Yeah, I think it was a great showing, although I would say we need to work on our punt.
That definitely needs to get worked on. That was ugly.
Well, before we go, I think I figured out if that was the head of officials sitting next to you.
It was.
The reason they kept doing that is that they didn't want to get Doc Pay or something, knowing that he must have been up here in the stands
They're by
watching
the hour.
them. Yeah, or they probably were like, okay, we can't do bad with the head of officiating being here. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Prairie Grove wins 35-7. We want to again
mention that's their 15th straight conference victory. They haven't lost since November
2011 at Gravett, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. Where we go
next week. Well, that's going to do it for our East Lab students, Ethan Sams, Miles Lowe, Stephen Vickery, Christian Dowdy, our teacher, Melissa Burton, and our producer, the one and only Austin Horstein Cunningham. Great job tonight by the East Lab kids. For Zach Arns, I'm Lynn Gregson. Again, the final score, Prairie Grove 35, Huntsville 7. We'll see you next week.